Hey, this is the Mighty OB'a here with our weekly sports update here on clbTV, 1080 AM WUFO, and the internet on YouTube and www.wfoam.com. We have a lot to talk about in the world of sports as we approach. Finally, I believe that this is the year that Andre Reed, the former Buffalo Bill great wide receiver, will be finally announced as a finalist to be inducted into the hallowed halls of the Hall of Fame for the NFL in Indianapolis on February the 4th. I believe that this day will be a day that we all remember, that justice is finally done for this incredible athlete that we saw in Buffalo for more than 14 years. His career spanned during a period in which we call the golden days in Buffalo Bills history, when a team went to more than 4 Super Bowls in a row, won 5 out of 6 division titles, went to the AFC Championship game 5 out of 6 years. This is an incredible testimony to what this man was part of. He was an integral part in the success of probably one of the best assembled teams in NFL history. Andre Reed, by far, is deserving of being allowed in the Hall of Fame. He's been eligible for the last 6 years, and it is a travesty that he not be in there already. But now the NFL has an opportunity to fix something that they should have done as a first ballot Hall of Famer. There is no doubt in my mind that Andre Reed and what he accomplished and what he did over the middle, without the penalties that you see today. Defenseless receivers. There were no defenseless receivers back then. He took a beating. He was the best run after the catch wide receiver that I have ever seen, and he is certainly deserving of his time in the Hall of Fame. He is one of only one other receiver in NFL history that has more than 50 catches for 13 years. Most receivers don't last 4 to 5 years, but Andre Reed is a testimony within itself. And I'm not discounting the great play of Chris Carter and Tim Brown, but Andre Reed has been on the ballot longer, and he deserves to be in there first for what he did. He has a body of work that is second to none, and he is also one of the all-time receivers in playoff history. And that is a testimony that he was an integral part of teams that were successful and made the playoffs almost on a regular basis. That is how you get a body of work in the playoffs. There's only 1 or 2 other receivers that have comparable playoff statistics as Andre Reed, and both of them are already in the Hall of Fame. That's Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice. So certainly Andre Reed deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and we're hoping on this year in Indianapolis, when they call out those final names to be inducted in the Hall of Fame in August of 2012, that Andre Reed is part of that crew, and he joins already there his teammates Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly, and his Hall of Fame coach Marv Levy, and the owner of the Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson, as members of this franchise that are already there. There are other members of the Buffalo Bills franchise that are already there are, I believe, I can't name them off the top of my head, but Joe DeNamallure is already there, O.J. Simpson is already there, and I believe there's one other Buffalo Bill that I cannot name off the top of my head that's already in the Hall of Fame, but certainly he will join that hollow group that's already in the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. This is a great year for the Buffalo Bills. We're hoping that as free agency and the draft begin to become more and more evident what they're going to do, we're going to see some things unfold that are going to shock you. I'm going to make a prediction right now. At the time that this video is aired, you're going to see Jim Tressel be named as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts within the next few days. This is something that I believe the Irsays had planned a long time ago. Jim Caldwell was already going to be fired, and I'm telling you right now, they're going to name Jim Tressel as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. They will cut future Hall of Famer Peyton Manning within the next few weeks and not pay him that $28 million bonus. Peyton Manning already made $26.3 million without taking a snap this year. They are not going to give him a $28 million bonus without any guarantee that he can play the next few years coming from that neck surgery that he's had the third surgery in the last 1.5 years. I can guarantee you now that Peyton Manning will be released by the Indianapolis Colts. They will purge their roster of all their veteran players, and they will begin a new era with Andrew Luck as the centerpiece of the Indianapolis Colts. And by doing this, Irsay will save a tremendous amount of money, and people will understand that this is a young roster with a new coach and a new philosophy. They've already fired Chris Polian and Bill Polian. Hey, it's only a matter of time before the rest of them are gone. You're going to see Dwight Freeney released. I think you already know that Robert Mathis is already a free agent, and some of the other players, they'll probably keep some of the younger players, but this Indianapolis Colts roster, you will not recognize it next year. That is my prediction today. And Jim Tressel will be named the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. I believe that's going to happen in the next few days. Now, you look at this video and the time and date that we did this, I guarantee you that's what you're going to see. That's all for us here with our weekly sports update. I am the mighty OB'a.